Have you ever seen a car that looks amazing, and then find out it's a ticking time bomb for your wallet? That's exactly what's happening with some SUVs on the market in 2025. Stylish, modern, full of promises, but behind the looks, they're hiding problems that only show up after you've bought them. Expensive maintenance, mechanical failures, buggy software, plummeting resale value, and still, people are falling for it. In this video, I'll show you 7 SUVs that are sinking in 2025. And the scariest part, many are still being sold as if they were the best choice in the world. Stick around until the end, because knowing what these cars are hiding might save you from serious regret and help you make a purchase that's actually worth it. 1. Audi Q4 e-tron. Let's start with a big name, the Audi Q4 e-tron. When it launched, many thought it would be a direct competitor to Tesla. A premium electric SUV with modern looks, a strong name, and that touch of German sophistication. But reality hit faster than its battery range. The Q4 e-tron disappoints in several areas. Range is lower than promised, performance is just average, and the infotainment system, a real patience tester. Owners report constant freezing, a sluggish interface, and updates that do more harm than good. And that's not all. The interior, although stylish, doesn't deliver the luxury you'd expect from an Audi of this caliber. The result? Not only is it underperforming in sales, but it's already showing strong signs of depreciation in the used market. For an SUV that promised so much, the Q4 e-tron has become a classic case of not what it seems. If you're thinking of entering the EV world in style, it might be better to look elsewhere. 2. Volkswagen ID.4. Another electric SUV that came in with high expectations and failed hard in execution was the Volkswagen ID.4. The promise was clear: bring an affordable, well-equipped, and reliable electric SUV with the stamp of German quality. But what owners found was a roller coaster of bugs, delays, and frustrations. The infotainment system in the ID.4 is, for many, the most annoying part of the car. Unresponsive controls, confusing menus, and a response time that feels straight out of the 3G era. And don't expect an update to fix everything. Volkswagen itself has had to admit that the ID lineup's software needs reworking. On top of that, battery performance and range fall short when compared to direct rivals like the Hyundai Ioniq 5 or the Tesla Model Y. To make matters worse, the interior finish of the ID.4 is underwhelming, way too basic for the price it asks, and far from the premium standard people expect from VW. 3. Jaguar F-Pace. When you think of Jaguar, the first thing that comes to mind is sophistication, luxury, and refined performance. And the F-Pace carries exactly that image, at least until you start living with it day to day. On paper, it's everything a premium SUV should be. Elegant design, powerful engine, top-notch finish. But the reality is different. The F-Pace has proven to be one of the most problematic luxury SUVs of 2025. Owners report frequent electrical issues, problems with the navigation system, and a ridiculous number of trips to the dealership. And the worst part, maintenance is expensive, parts take time, and Jaguar's service network in the US is limited, especially outside major cities. Add to that a depreciation rate that's frankly alarming. In just 2 years, the F-Pace can lose nearly half its market value. In other words, you pay a lot for a car that delivers luxury with a built-in headache. 4. Range Rover Velar. If there's one SUV that turns heads just by driving down the street, it's the Range Rover Velar. Futuristic design, luxurious finish, minimalist details. It's the kind of car that makes you do a double take. But just like the F-Pace, the Velar's beauty hides a series of serious problems. Owners have reported recurring electrical failures, like sensors that suddenly stop working, cameras that freeze, and infotainment systems that shut down on their own. On top of that, interior rattles start showing up after just a short time of use, which is not what you expect from a premium SUV that costs over $60,000. And as if that weren't enough, the Velar is known for its questionable reliability. Year after year, it appears on lists of models with the highest number of complaints and dealership returns. Maintenance is expensive, and after-sales service often doesn't meet the high standards expected in this segment. The result? Fast depreciation and lots of people trying to get rid of the model before the problems pile up. 5. Land Rover Discovery. If the Velar lets you down with electrical issues, the Land Rover Discovery goes even further. It manages to fail at the basics. This SUV has always been marketed as rugged, spacious, family-friendly, and even ready for off-road adventure. But in 2025, it has become a symbol of garage headaches. The most common reports involve serious mechanical failures, engines failing at low mileage, transmissions with jerky shifts or engagement issues, and leaks in vital components. And that's not to mention the onboard electronics, which are as temperamental as they are fragile. Systems freezing, sensors malfunctioning, false alerts, it's become routine for many owners. Maintenance is another challenge. It's expensive, and finding shops that truly understand the model is tough. The authorized service network tends to be slow and inefficient. It's no surprise that the Discovery is among the SUVs with the steepest depreciation in the used car market in 2025. It tries to keep up the image of a sophisticated adventurer, but in the end, it's a car that makes you feel more anxious than confident. And let's face it, no SUV is worth that. 6. Alfa Romeo Stelvio. If you're the type who buys cars with your heart, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio has probably already won you over. It has one of the most beautiful designs in its category, sporty handling, and that Italian flair that few rivals can match. But the truth is, the Stelvio is as emotional as it is unstable. Electronic glitches are common. Dashboards that reboot on their own, sensors that go haywire, cameras that fail right when you need them. On top of that, Alfa Romeo's reliability record in the US is worrying. There are frequent reports of issues with the transmission, suspension, and even the braking system in low-mileage models. And when a problem pops up, the second headache begins. Expensive parts, component shortages, and workshops unfamiliar with the model. To top it all off, the Stelvio suffers from heavy depreciation. Many dealerships won't even take it as a trade-in. In short, it's beautiful, exciting, but if you're not ready for a relationship full of ups and downs, it might be better to admire it from a distance. 7. Chevrolet Blazer EV, Equinox EV. And to wrap up this list, let's talk about a duo that arrived promising to revolutionize affordable EVs in the US. The Chevrolet Blazer EV and the Equinox EV. General Motors went all in on these two models, claiming they'd deliver cutting-edge technology, competitive pricing, and dependable American quality. But in practice, what consumers found was a rocky launch full of setbacks. Production delays, electronic system bugs, charging failures, and even early recalls marked the first months of these SUVs on the road. Owners reported infotainment systems freezing, driver assistance sensors failing, and real-world range falling short of what's advertised. On top of that, the interior finish is far too basic for the price, especially in the Blazer EV, which tries to present itself as a sporty, refined model. The impact, sales well below expectations, and many shoppers backing out before even taking a test drive. GM might still turn things around in the future, but in 2025, these two models are far from a safe bet. If you're thinking about going electric, take a good look before getting carried away by price or design. These SUVs may seem like good choices at first glance. They've got sleek designs, strong brand names, and marketing campaigns that can convince just about anyone. But beneath the shine lie serious issues. Questionable reliability, high maintenance costs, and depreciation that turns a dream into a headache. And the truth is, in 2025, if you don't do your research, you'll lose money and patience. If you made it this far, you're already way ahead of most people. Now you know which models to avoid and can choose with more confidence. If this video helped you, hit the like button, drop a comment below telling us which model surprised you the most or which one you almost bought. Share it with that friend or family member who's thinking about switching cars, because this info could save them from a major trap. And of course, subscribe to the channel, because in the next videos we're going to show which SUVs are actually worth it in 2025 with real confidence, performance, and value. See you in the next one. Thanks.